Kim Kardashian has been fined more than $1.25 million by the Securities and Exchange Commission to settle allegations that she promoted a cryptocurrency without disclosing she was paid for it. Now, that raises legal and ethical issues, especially as she has so many followers who may think she was trying to help them. Joshua Ritter is a criminal defense attorney and former LA County prosecutor. Joshua, thanks for joining us. Now, I want to say that this isn't the first time that Kim may have pushed a product to all her followers and gotten paid for it. But what makes it so different this time? Is it the fact that it's something that's so sensitive like cryptocurrency? Or what's the deal here?
Well, it's the fact that she didn't disclose that she was getting paid for it, especially when you're dealing with an investment as risky as cryptocurrency. And that she has such influence over millions of followers. The SEC is concerned by somebody pushing this type of product without letting people know that it was a paid endorsement.
This would be the first time she's never done anything like that before, to what we know, or did this just kind of raise some red flags?
I think we're unaware if this is the first time. It certainly sounds like it's the first time dealing with cryptocurrency, and it's more than a slap on the wrist by the SEC. They're not referring this over to the Department of Justice at this time for any kind of criminal investigation, but anything north of $1 million is seen as a pretty serious reprimand by the SEC.
Now, if Brian or I were fined $1 million for something, that's big news because we would be essentially done at that point. But for Kim Kardashian, isn't that kind of a slap on the wrist?
Yeah, when you're worth over $1 billion, it's hard to say that that's going to cause much of a dent. But at the same time, the SEC is supposed to kind of take each case not based upon the net value of the person involved, but kind of the conduct involved. And again, they saw this as being more than just some sort of technical error, but as a serious grievance.
So she couldn't just say, Kim, that look, I'm being paid for this, but look, you've trusted the products that I've, told you about for years and years now. Why would this be any different? I mean, why couldn't she just simply say, I'm being paid for this, but so what?
I think she could say that she's being paid for it, and I think that's what the SEC took issue with, was the fact that she didn't disclose that she was being paid for it. And again, you're dealing with, really risky investments. In fact, to compound issues for Ms. Kardashian, the underlying cryptocurrency that she was promoting looks like itself may have been involved in some sort of pump and dump scheme. So there might be further kind of allegations coming from the SEC or maybe DOJ after this.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you, what if she does this again and says, I forgot. I was thinking about it. I forgot to say I'm being paid to do this. If it's a similar case, would the SEC jack up the fines even more?
They would jack up the fines even more, and they might even refer things over to the Department of Justice for criminal investigation. But, when you're dealing with someone who's worth over $1 billion, I doubt the few $100,000 that she made on promoting this is worth all of the trouble, and I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see her getting into this type of endeavor again in the future.
All right, thank you so much. That is Joshua Ritter, criminal defense attorney and former LA County prosecutor.